Καλησπέρα σε όλους. Hello to everybody. I'm very glad to be here together with my distinguished guest, Professor Haris Lambropoulos. I will not cover extensively his curriculum vitae. Probably some of you, or most of you, know him for his distinguished work in the public and private sectors. I will only talk and discuss with him today in his capacity as president of the Hellenic Development Bank of Investments, which is what was previously called TANEO, that we all of us know, and this year celebrate its 20th birthday. Although the last 5 years are the important time, you know, of this journey. So Haris is assistant professor of economics in University of Patras, and for more than 20 years, he's councillor elected and member of the board of directors of the Athens Chamber of Commerce, and where I just met him, and our friendship started many years back. He's since 2014 chief counsel, mentor, and coach of the Athens Startup Business Incubator, TEA. And I must say that that was a very important, innovative step for the Chamber, and Haris was instrumental in that. What about now the Hellenic Development Bank of Investment? It is a very important step in our system. You have to think it's the sovereign fund of funds of Greece. What does it mean? And I will ask him to discuss later on that, is that it just mixes up public and private funds, de-risking, you know, having an effect as a multiplier, de-risking the risk for the private funds. And during the last 5 years, it has a great multiplier effect. And one of the things I would like to ask him is to tell us the impact that the Hellenic Development Bank of Investment has done in the sector.
First of all, thank you very much, Lina. I'm a humble soft scientist and economist participating in this fantastic 4-day important summits. And I congratulate the organizers for this. It's very impactful. The market is discussing about it. Even at the Growth Fund Summit, I was participating since the morning, where they were discussing infrastructure. They were saying that in parallel there is this important biosciences symposium taking place, which is very important, which demonstrates the untapped, I would say, potential of the Greek economy, with the talent, the high quality human capital, and let's say investment opportunities that need to be demonstrated to the rest of the world. So, coming back to your question, yeah, indeed, the Hellenic Development Bank of Investments, in its present form, operates during the past 5 years. Before, from 2000 to 2019, it was known as TANEO, the New Economy Fund. And our mandate is to invest public and European resources in venture capital and private equity schemes, together with private resources. So if one could say we are the perfect, let's say, example of public-private partnership. All the decisions are by the fund managers, by the private sector. So it is very important that this money are invested in best cases and best opportunities that exist in various asset classes and various sectors. So what was missing was dedicated funds for the biosciences and life sciences sector. And also, I have the privilege in my capacity as a non-executive board member of the European Investment Bank and an elected member at the European Investment Fund to stimulate this appetite to take flesh and to be realized. And we all know that through the call of the European Investment Fund, there are going to be 3 life sciences funds to be established in the next few days to invest in this very exciting sector. That, okay, our funds as sector agnostic, they were addressing, but very, segmented and partially. Now we are going to have an ecosystem that will look into this sector and will create a lot of opportunities to be explored by other international investors as well, and bring the Greek talent on the surface. From our side, what we try to do is to encourage investments in equity, in growth capital, not with money-in approach, not to buy shares or to invest in the company, for the company to have the opportunity to scale up, to develop and create value. And as you said, indeed, we have, instead of saying, theoretical, how to say, to be very theoretical, we have asked Deloitte last year, and they have completed their study with factual data, primary research, with the funds in the portfolio of HDBI to see what is the impact of €1 public money invested in our funds to the portfolio companies and the real economy. So what was demonstrated and depicted was that €1 invested in our funds, and then our fund managers investing in portfolio companies, creates a multiplier, fantastic multiplier of 6.65 times, which is very high by international standards.
At investment level.
At the investment level. And then this, if it is extrapolated to the whole economy, they have depicted that it goes up to 23.3 times, which is fantastic, is incredible, with job creation, with talent demonstration, etc., etc. So, can I say just a couple of things, what has happened during the last 5 years?
You may, but I would like to ask you a question first. Okay. Greece's startup ecosystem has multiplied in value to over 8 billion.
Yeah.
So while talking about what happened in the last 5 years, you must tell us about the role that the Hellenic Development Bank of Investment played in that number, which to us all is a very big number, comparing with what we knew in the past.
Absolutely, it is, because as we know, innovation creates a multiplier to the whole GDP factors, to the production function, as we say as economists. So innovation is a multiplier to that, and Greece has the potential and the talent to have innovative solutions, innovative SMEs, innovative startups. So coming to the startup side, the startups, you know, I will say something that everybody knows. They don't have access to finance because they are startups. They have an idea, they try to develop it, they have a team, they work hard on that, and in order to create this proof of concept, they need fueling money to be invested, so this will move along. From our mandate, what we try to do is, since our Fireside chat title talks about returns, yes, what was happening from our side was to stimulate this ecosystem, to catalyze it, not just purely for financial returns. Of course, we are for profit, we are investors, we are not giving away grants. However, there is a further role to that, to create investment teams that they identify the talent in the startups. They have the ability and the capacity to guide and mentor them to create more value, to be established as solid companies, and then to go and compete in the international market. Because, okay, Greece is a nice market, but is small in size. So, because in the startups we talk about scalability, they need to expand and compete internationally. What we have seen is that, let's say, 8 years ago, the big discussion in the Greek market, and even 6 years ago, was lack of capital, investment capital, I mean. And of course, lack of capital because of the financial crisis to finance SMEs and the real economy. So what we did from our side was slowly, by having 2.1 billion under management, but without pushing the market, we have invited potential fund management teams to reach out to us, to apply, to create a new fund, and through a very thorough process, very thorough due diligence process, to establish the fund and go into the market and invest. We have today a portfolio of 38 funds, which is growing steadily and nicely, and more than 20, about 22 funds out of the 38, they focus on investing at startups at various stages, from the ideation stage, the very early pre-seed stage, even to Series A plus Series B. We have a fund now that it is a growth tech fund, which was missing from the market, and still many things need to happen. I'm not saying that everything is perfect, yes? However, Greece is not in the state that was few years ago. Now Greece has a vibrant equity ecosystem, which equity ecosystem stimulated the startup ecosystem and created this valuation of the Greek startups you mentioned earlier, which is estimated 8.2 to 10 point something billion euro, which is huge, yes? However, the challenge now is, and this is not only a Greek concern, it's a pan-European concern, what extra financial instruments and tools we can create in order to preserve this value at the European continent and not to prevent, let's say, the European sovereignty before they depart to the very big mature markets and get extra value added in the GDP of Europe, and not to be, we know many examples that many companies have been sold 70 million euro to Meta, 50, 80, whatever. We want this to go at multiplier numbers, to be sold 500, half a billion, 800 million.
I would like you to just comment on what about life sciences?
Life sciences...
life science, it's for our audience.
Absolutely,
we know
absolutely.
Drug discovery or whatever relates to medicine and life sciences is very expensive, and also it takes time.
Yeah.
What is your part of your portfolio interested in life sciences investment?
To be honest with you, as I said, most of our funds are tech, deep tech, or marketplaces, or sector-agnostic tech funds. So they do very little life sciences related investments up to now. However, we will have in our portfolio soon a couple of life sciences funds. And plus, with the 3 of the AIF, this will create a critical mass in order for this sector, which I repeat is a sector with untapped potential in Greece, because the extroversion of research is not just a theoretical statement, needs to be done, needs to happen, not only for the financial returns, but also for the benefit of the society. Because all this will give back to the society products and services that are missing and needed, and can be created quickly through the startup companies and not through big organizations that will take time to progress. However, you said about drug discovery and other cases that it will take time for fruition. What we want to, our funds and the European fund structures are what we call closed-end funds, meaning that they have a definite lifetime, a finite lifetime, 10 years, +1, out of which 5 years is the investment period, and 5 years, the following 5 years is for follow-on investments and disinvestment of the portfolio companies. Because the role of the fund is to invest in the company, and after a few years to find the right opportunity to exit, yes? So creates value for the investors. Our role in this particular sector would be to create traction for the Greek life sciences and biotech ecosystem, and for foreign investors that we have strategic collaborations or we have co-investments in our funds to look into the Greek market. Because between us, okay, we have exceptional scientists abroad, but not a lot of foreign investors know what is happening here in Greece and what are the potential. We see that after they look into the Greek market deeper, or after we supply them with specific reports, they get to know the Greek market better. They find from our side a credible collaborator that wish to take the risk along with them, yes, because we share the risk for profit, of course. So we do not go to beg for money, if I may say, but we say, okay, let's do value-added co-investments, and these are the asset classes and the sectors that are very important. Biosciences and life sciences are very important for our big partners, sovereign partners. For example, from Abu Dhabi, Mubadala has done landmark investments and has scaled up and created big value in their asset portfolio by investing in bioscience companies many years ago, more than about 20 years ago. So they want to look deeper into it. They don't want to take the initial risk. However, when this ecosystem is going to be up and running, they are willing to consider so. Same with other European funds that operate in France, for example. We have a very strong partnership with BPI France, having in its portfolio very big life sciences funds. They are willing to look into Greece. However, they want to see tangible examples. Our, let's say, issue is that the money that we manage on behalf of the state need to be invested in Greece, need to create value added in the Greek GDP, either in Greek companies or in companies that they have an establishment in Greece, meaning that a foreign life science company can have an establishment here, the R&D department, or some other kind of operation, which makes it eligible to be invested. So I think that, Lina, we are, this year's symposium will be the last to discuss, let's say, theoretically, in sense of investing in life sciences. And from next year on, we should look into what has happened and how many investments have been realized.
Okay, before we just close, I have two questions for you.
Yeah.
One is that there has been a lot of discussion over the last 2 days about the ecosystem. And the ecosystem can be a local ecosystem and a local ecosystem with virtual bridges across the globe. And I can see that the Hellenic Development Bank of Investments can be a pillar to that idea. The other thing is we try to convince, startuppers and entrepreneurs, not only startuppers, that they need to just consider Greece a place where they start their companies. And I would like you to tell me, what should you tell them to encourage them? Whether they're Greeks, native Greeks, whether they're Greeks from diaspora,
yeah,
or whether, there are teams from around the globe that could see Greece as a destination for that.
First of all, I should speak to them the truth. Otherwise, I will be discredited. Meaning that what I would say to them is that Greece has changed dramatically, significantly during the past few years. It's an investor-friendly environment. Many things have been bettered or rectified. More need to be done. We are here as institutional investor to listen to various issues and convey them to the government. So the government should then look how to rectify. There is a very friendly environment for attracting talent in Greece in terms not only of tax or financial incentives, but also quality of life. Okay, we live here in Greece, we are complaining, this is not working well, things are working quite good compared to other countries, and Greece offers unique, let's say, opportunities for raising a family, having quality of life here. We know that we have a lot of nice, good international schools here that a pair of young parents would highly consider in order to make a decision to come to Greece. The health system is improving significantly. So all the ingredients, I think that they are aligned, that they can ease the decision of either Greeks abroad or Greeks of the diaspora or foreign professionals to come to Greece. Greece will offer a unique opportunity. There are there are plenty of investment vehicles here. We know that in various, not only in Athens, we know that many things are happening. In Ioannina, tech companies have their base there. In Crete, in Patras, in my university, things are happening there. Lots of things are happening. In other cities around Greece. So I think that Greece is going to be an attractive destination. Of course, some people, they say, okay, if we improve a little bit the internet, the speed, it will be better, especially for the islands. However, I think this is improving drastically. So I believe that we are going to see, and we are seeing from our side, the brain gain of Greek fund managers from the diaspora or that they were abroad, that they come here to establish a fund here. They have to be full-time, full dedicated. So we are very happy to see that happening. And we believe that a lot of the spectacular Greek stock of human capital, top Greek scientists abroad, etc., they will look into the investment opportunities in Greece as a stepping stone to establish companies with a pan-European reach in the first place, or a global reach at large.
My last minute.
Yeah.
So you are the fund of funds.
Yes.
And I know that over the last 2-3 years, we have really attracted very talented fund managers, and they are starting their funds, of course, with the help of your organization. How can we make it attractive for big funds to just come and invest in Greece? And what could be your role in that area?
Yes, we have tested the waters, let's say, in that respect. And the proof here is that we have Mubadala, one of the big sovereign wealth funds of Abu Dhabi, investing and co-investing with us in funds. The investment activity is already there. It took us a long time. Myself and Antigone, who are managing the
we will be here with us later today.
Yes. We have done a lot of effort to stimulate them to look into the Greek market. Greece is a small market by size for their investment criteria and standards. However, I want to say something which may sound funny here. We took advantage of the COVID and the lockdown period, and we accelerated the teleconferences with our Mubadala partners. And this created, we saved a lot of time because before we had to travel to Abu Dhabi, they had to travel to Athens. Now things have changed. All this, we go there when we have something very important to do, or we have to sign an agreement or whatever that we need to be physically present. And this accelerated this collaboration. And now, I'm pretty sure that you can look into the news, you can Google search, and you see how successful is this collaboration with Mubadala. Same we try to do now with Saudi Arabia, and especially with our peer institution, JADA, it's called JADA, J-A-D-A, the Fund of Funds of Saudi Arabia. Although they have their sovereign wealth fund worth $1 trillion, we are not going to go with the big numbers there, but to start from small things with JADA, to look into the talent here. They are very much interested in tech and life sciences companies. And what we have discussed with our partners is our portfolio funds to select portfolio companies that they have invested, and we with the credibility of a sovereign, to arrange with our partners in these markets to have targeted business missions if they want to expand in these markets. In that respect, another thing that we have secured is that we are in the final, let's say, stage of signing an agreement with Emirates Growth Fund. So if a company wants to establish a subsidiary in the Emirates, in the UAE, they can, and is funded by one of the Greek funds, to establish there and ask for additional debt, additional financing from the Emirates Growth Fund. There are a lot of things that we are trying to secure. I'm not saying it's not a rosy picture I try to paint here.
Next year it will be rosier.
I believe so. I believe because I see that year by year our fund managers make better choices. There is more talent coming on surface. Even our private equity funds are doing quite well. There are companies that they want to scale and they need this equity growth capital to get into their share capital structure. So I believe that things are going to be much better, and we are going to present a very solid portfolio of sectors and funds that will create extra traction. Now, closing with your question, Greece, the largest fund size that we have in Greece today is 250 million euro under management. We need to create bigger funds depending on the need of the market, not just for the sake of creating bigger funds. Yes? So, with a very positive note, I would like to say again that life sciences is, I believe it will be the jewel in the crown at the end of the day, because it will give to the rest of the Greek people and the rest of the world a very clear picture of what is Greece's potential in this sector, which for, apart from the top professors that we have in the States or around the world in this, Greek professors, I mean, of Greek origin or Greek professors in this sector, we need to show that Greece is there and can flourish in this sector as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ευχαριστώ πολύ. I assume it will be life sciences, one of the 5 top priorities in the fund.